What is good, Clutter people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Babalam, analyzing both albums, Whole Lotta Weight and Eternal Atake, because I think there's a lot of similarities between Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti in their whole highly anticipated album and rollout. And so without further ado, Whole Lotta Red versus Eternal Atake. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this is gonna be a quick video just because I saw a coincidence. Actually, I didn't personally, or at least I did, but Tracky, shout out him, he brought it up to me a couple weeks ago. Now, I did see a tweet about it in regards to Whole Lotta Red, the wait for this album being longer than Eternal Atake at this point, but we'll get into that in a sec. But what Tracky mentioned is that, with Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert's beef, maybe Carti wanted to wait longer to drop his album than Eternal Atake, so that's what we'll be discussing in this video. Again, just a quick one just to say what's up, and then on the second channel I'll be uploading more videos so y'all are still entertained and whatnot. Also, just real quickly, I'm recording this while editing the video. A lot of y'all are commenting under my merch announcement in my community post on YouTube, in which it was just a meme, people. Obviously Playboi Carti wasn't wearing my merch, nor was this my real merch, people. This is literally something I just photoshopped as a joke, as a meme, and the real merch is on the website, but we'll talk about that after the video so I don't waste too much of y'all time. But anyway, so to begin, as you may or may not know, Playboi Carti in 2018 released his album, his second studio album or project, I guess, Die Lit, on exactly May 11th. And as you should know, today is Monday, but I'm not actually talking about Playboi Carti's version of Monday that he tweeted back in April. It is actually November 30th, 2020. And so thus far, we have actually been waiting for Whole Lotta Red for 934 days total since Playboi Carti released Die Lit. Now, in relation, Lil Uzi Vert dropped Love Is Rage 2 on August 25th, 2017, and then released Eternal Atake over 2.5 years later on March 6th, 2020. And then a whole album after that, the week later, which was March 13th, I believe. And then he's dropped a lot of music ever since, but we're talking about the wait between Love Is Rage 2, which is Lil Uzi Vert's fourth or fifth studio album, and then his very highly anticipated album, Eternal Atake, that is kind of the equivalent to Playboi Carti's Whole Lotta Red, especially in timing. Now, the wait for Eternal Atake after Love Is Rage 2 was exactly 924 days total, which was again a little over 2.5 years. And as I mentioned a little bit before, the wait for Whole Lotta Red thus far has been 934 days, which is only 10 days more than the wait for Eternal Atake. And it's getting pretty close. If you haven't noticed, Playboi Carti's been super active on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, fucking dropping official features finally that wasn't Drake, the biggest artist in the world, that if you turn that down, you are just dumb, bro. But he only passed this again only 10 days ago, less than 2 weeks ago, surpassing the wait for Eternal Atake, which is definitely something to note. Now let's get into a little bit of background and context to understand fully why this matters. Now, Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert beefed sometime between Die Lit, because they had their Shooter collab on the album, and late 2019 when Lil Uzi Vert announced they weren't cool on Twitter to fans. Now, up until this point, Uzi has actually addressed later on after Eternal Atake, I think it was April maybe, claiming that there was no beef anymore and they loved each other on Twitter, yada yada yada. They played with Dalsy again, and they made a secret OnlyFans that only they could look at when they're bored, and they even apparently threw hands to settle whatever beef they had. But regardless, we still are not really sure about their relationship. They might be cool or on speaking terms, but they're probably not homies or as close as they used to be, almost dropping a 1629 collab tape and posting pictures and performing together all too often. But I guess we'll just find out on a Whole Lotta Red, honestly, when we see if Lil Uzi Vert is featured on the project, because up until this point, Uzi has literally featured on every single official project from Carti. I mean, that's only 2, self-titled and Die Lit, but still, if he's not featuring on Whole Lotta Red, I think we kind of get a better understanding of their relationship. But as I was saying, it is confirmed by multiple sources in the public that the reason reason Uzi and Carti split or beefed or took all the opposing sides' hoodies that were stolen back when they had a relationship, but it all stemmed apparently from an ego war, and that Uzi and Carti are both superstar rappers in their own respect. I mean, Uzi's definitely had more commercial success per se, obviously, because he's in the public eye more, and there are probably more other reasons, but I don't want to compare them too much. But the fact of the matter is that Uzi has been in the limelight much longer, dropping more projects and more music, so ultimately he just has more streams and probably more money. Carti's advantage, on the other hand, though, is that he doesn't drop, so every time a video of him in the studio twerking leaks, fans go absolutely apeshit, literally selling snippets to one another. The black market of Carti's asspics.com, say I referred you. But with both of these artists' advantages, there lies the issue between the egos, as they both probably feel like gods, as any man or, rapper would in their situation. I mean, if people are, literally exchanging pictures of my buttered up buns, like, yeah, for sure, I think I'm the top chef. But I didn't just bring up their beef or, troublesome history for nothing. For the reason that I actually mentioned it is that coincidentally, as I mentioned before, a couple weeks ago, Carti passed Uzi in the wait for Whole Lotta Red, and thus an argument could be made that Carti could just be trying to build more hype for his album than Uzi with Eternal Atake, just to feed the ego war and act like he's better than Uzi. And by the way, this is just a theory, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just, spitting complete cap here if you really want me to. I don't really care. But after Atman and Pain 1993 and all the backlash that came after the fetus voice coming out and people hated it, he went back to the drawing board and reevaluated his plan, because before he was supposed to drop in like April, or at least we thought so. Actually, he was supposed to drop in 2019 when he said next 60 days and all like the original Baby Voice songs leaked. And so both times he delayed the album, possibly to build even more hype than Eternal Atake, because around 2019 and even during April, Carti and Uzi could still have had this like underlying competition of who is the bigger artist and who could bring more anticipation for their album Eternal Atake versus Whole Lotta Red. And if this theory is true, because again, it's just a theory, so you can comment whatever you want. Y'all haters can suck my dick. But again, if this is true, Uzi probably won't be on Whole Lotta Red like all of us want, because Carti would not want to give him the satisfaction of assisting in the build of hype, because all of the credibility goes away. Like if Uzi is a feature on a Whole Lotta Red, then the competition is pretty much just it doesn't even make sense anymore, because then Uzi could just argue like, nah, Whole Lotta Red only sold more than 300k like Eternal Atake because I was on it. And honestly, an Uzi feature would definitely increase sales tremendously, and I think we can all agree on that. But again, it's ego wars. These dudes ain't putting their egos aside whatsoever. And I know it's hard, so I ain't blaming them. But if we're being objective here, I don't know if Carti will be able to beat 300k from Eternal Atake. Like, no matter how long he waits, like, I mean, I know he's a vampire and he's immortal now, and he could wait like 15, 20, fucking like 300 years until we're in a new society with flying cars and whatnot, but Whole Lotta Red won't be selling 300k then, especially because album sales are going down significantly every single month because of Corona and the economy, and merch bundles not counting anymore. All of it is just kind of going against Carti selling more than Eternal Atake. But regardless, Mario Judah is gonna drop the album this Friday, Whole Lotta Red, if Carti don't, so I guess the wait is over anyway, since Mario basically gave Carti an ultimatum and he'll summon Satan himself to bring us all to hell afterwards, and there's no point of Whole Lotta Red after that because we'll all be in a world of Whole Lotta Red. But yeah, there's my piece for the day. Still looking forward to this Friday, a possible release date for Playboi Carti. I'm still believing in the December 11th because of what Govwalk said a long time ago on Halloween. Maybe we'll get a single this Friday and then the album afterwards. I'm not in Carti's camp, so I don't know, but either way, it's exciting because Carti has continued his streak of posting on Instagram and Twitter and social media and all. He's keeping up the hype, unlike going back into hiding because he saw his shadow in April and in 2019. So with that, it's your boy Bob Lamb signing off, studying up on my satanic rituals for Friday just in case Carti doesn't drop and Mario Judah has to summon the fucking devil. Let me know in the comments if you think Carti delayed Whole Lotta Red because of Eternal Eternal Atake and how many days Uzi waited to drop the album, or if you think any of the delays had to do with something with Uzi. Again, it's just a theory, so chillax before you comment some hate. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I got more videos coming out on the second channel, so look out for that, because that's a more casual setting and it's easier for me to make videos just taking clips off the streams. Also, I just made a new website, babalam.com. Y'all can check out the merch. The first launch is already going successful, so I guess I'm gonna make more complex designs and whatnot the next time around, maybe in a month or so. But I just wanted to keep it simple this time around so I didn't lose too much money if y'all weren't copying. But y'all are, and that's why I love y'all. So thank you so much for supporting my brand. Other than that, make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description and join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, credit people. Know what I'm saying?